Fucking
Let's see if we can even go live. I think we're live.
Unless
I think we're live after all that technical difficulty. What's up?
My dead
Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Joining with my co-host Dakota. What up?
Ooh, do I sound better this week?
Ooh.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Dakota Drake 4 coming straight out of South Atlanta. Gonna be here racing in a few weeks. But what's up, y'all? Chairgatin, episode 5, season 4. Post California, man, going back to Cali. It was awesome. We got a lot to jump into this episode. I mean, we're just gonna talk everything. Practicing qualifying was back. That was awesome. Xfinity race was a little too long, but exquisite and exceptional for Fontana. And then the Cup race, the new cars. Dude, I don't even know what to think. Let's jump this thing off.
Let's do it. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock, flag, and eagle.
Oh, it seems you're looking great, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
There's no way. I don't know what's going on.
It's looking fine. It's just totally fine.
It's on the computer.
I'm fine.
Everything's fine. I don't know what's going on for the audience listening. I have no idea. I just
all
got
them
back
websites you've been getting on.
I always get on those websites.
Yeah, nothing's new. What else is new?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so for everyone listening, I've been in Florida for 10 days. Daytona 500 was the start of my Florida trip. So I just got home after 10 days of being in Florida. Love Florida, but ready to be home. And I got back to shitty Wi-Fi. I don't know.
Yeah, who's been fucking with your Wi-Fi while you've been gone?
Yeah, the people we've been paying to watch the dogs. I don't know what they've been doing to my Wi-Fi.
They've been tampering with your stuff, just downloading all kinds of stuff on TV.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they downloaded anything I already haven't, but, you know. Once again, we are brought to you by... Who are we brought to you by, Dakota?
Boy, as always, from the motherland of Florida, Yeats Official.
Yeah.
Bling, bling. Always hanging out with the boys and just showing love in the Sunshine State.
I love this pair.
Dude.
Dakota just got me this pair for the race.
Hey.
Look at
I'm always like, what pair do I want to wear? Because I mean, styling. Honestly, I'm just been calling the new black ones the Intimidators, because I think they're sick, just all black, murdered out.
That's cool. I was thinking, the Terminator. I feel like you kind of look like.
I like the pair. I honestly, the pair we got Nathan. They're almost. I ain't even gonna talk about Ray-Bans, but they look like Ray-Bans. I really like those. Like, I want to get a pair of those. But use Chairgatin discount code 10% off in your order. Yes, those. I freaking like those.
Got the American flag here. Dalton loved these.
Yeah. So our boy Paul Swan. Yeah, man. Check them out. Get Chairgatin in your order, 10% off. What's up, Jacob? Snake Wife. Woo. Yeah, that always bringing the love. And that's like the third person I've seen talk about, they need to make prescription glasses. And I've talked to them about it, and they're like, yeah, man, we're just, that we would love to do that, but we're not that big yet.
Right.
I mean, maybe in the future we'll see, but they're a little company, homegrown family.
Well, that's why Yeats
they're doing what they can.
That's why they work perfect for us. We're a little homegrown podcast. Like, would we love to have all the guests we want on this show? Yeah. Are we there yet? Probably not. That's Yeats.
We honestly should have them come on the show for 15 minutes one time or something, or just say hey.
Yeah, they should come on. Actually,
that'd be cool. Hey, talk about your shades, talk about whatever. We talk about racing. And while you're ordering awesome stuff from the show, check out the new merch dropping. Chairgatin tees. Yours truly. Matt totally led the charge on this, but it was my brainchild. And I freaking love this shirt. It's like, I want to get another one. I mean, I can't wait to come up with more. We got some ideas brewing, but also check that out on the link in our Instagram.
There you go. So, back from Florida.
Yeah.
We talked about the Daytona 500. It was awesome. I mean, the whole trip was great. You were there with me, and then I went to get to, play golf and unfortunately went to Disney, all the Florida stuff that you're supposed to do.
Florida things.
Yeah. I mean, weather was great. It was like 90
I'll say,
degrees.
how was the weather
every
down
day.
there?
It was like 90 degrees every day. I mean, it was like perfect for the beach, perfect
Did
for
you get
playing
tan?
golf. A little bit. I don't know. I burn.
Ugh.
I'm not much of a tan guy.
Damn.
But
I'm already working on my farmer's tan and I hate it.
while I was in the East Coast, NASCAR went to the West Coast.
Dude, I remember we were talking like, dude, we're going back to Auto Club. Like, they haven't raced there in years. And it's weird because it feels like it was just yesterday. And I saw like last time we were at Auto Club, Alex Bowman like got that win. And I was like, holy shit, I forgot about that. Like, I totally forgot he won there. And they were talking about tearing it down. It was like he was the last one to win there or whatever. And it was like, oh shit. And then it's like we're going back. It's like, okay, dude, yeah, this track's like 3 years or 2 years age now. And we're going there with these new cars, low downforce, higher horsepower. We're very curious how this package is gonna work. And I mean, I kind of want to just jump off at the start of the weekend. I mean, we get the boys show up and we got practice and qualifying. It's the first. I mean, we had it for the 500 speed week and all, but we really had this new practice qualifying format, and I freaking loved it. I don't know if you got to watch any of it because you were doing all kinds of crazy Floridian things, but I watched like half, and then she wanted to go grocery shopping, so I recorded it and I came back and watched the rest of it. And I mean, we'll get about the cars, but it was just so good to see like, hey, practice, and it was short and sweet.
Yeah, so I didn't get to watch truck or Xfinity racing because of all the shit that's been going
There was
on.
no truck.
Or yeah, sorry, I didn't get to watch the Xfinity race because all the shit that was going on. That was the night of the wedding and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it just happened to work out post golf before the wedding when the girls are getting ready, and that's when like I got to watch practice and qualifying. So I did get to watch all that, which was awesome.
Yeah. And they had this, new press format to Group A, Group B. I think it was like 20 minutes or so, and kind of get out there, fill it out, the new car tracks, and guys started wrecking immediately. We'll say it, 4-car backs in the fence on like the second lap, 4 minutes into practice or something. Then we have the 17 go around, and Ross Chastain, I think, is still having back problems from his hard lick. I don't know if you got to see it. He dove head first into the wall, and it was ugly. Yeah. I think this was probably so far the biggest shot these cars have had that we've seen. I never saw an interview. Jamie Little said he's lost his breath, but he wants to gather his thoughts. I'm like, sounds like he's fucked up. But Ross took a lick, dude. That car was done. Another thing, the 4 backs in the fence. This car's done. This car's going to holler, bringing out the backup. Like, they're gonna have to fix it 8 weeks from now. But they hunkered down. They took it in the garage and totally repaired it. This car raced on Sunday, and that would have never happened to the old car.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought they were definitely going to have to use like the one team backup car.
Yeah. I thought they were.
And that was another thing that I want to mention, especially with Kevin Harvick. We knew these were new cars. We knew if there was going to be practice and qualifying, we're going to see shit like this just because every time they go to a track now, that's like more than likely it's going to be their first time at that track with that car. So they're still figuring it out. But what was crazy was seeing guys like Kevin Harvick, have to figure it out. One of the most veteran drivers out there, if not the most veteran,
Right. And then, I mean, so then they kind of break into the qualifying rounds. And they had to eat like one group qualifying go out and then a second group of qualifying go out. And they had like a total qualifying order, and they took the top 10 and they had a second round of qualifying for the pole. Now this it's kind of neat and different. It's like, okay, yeah, we're going to qualify for the order, but then the top 10 is going to re-rack and run a second qualifying for the pole. And kind of like who's going to lay down that heater? And it's also like, well, they just use it. It's like you got to use your car to get in the top 10, but now you just burned your tires up. Like, who can manage that the best or something? It was neat, but then I was also like, I felt like we could have just qualified. It is neat to like, hey, we're gonna have a second round of 10. I don't know, but it was awesome. But a lot of guys were spinning out and wrecking in qualifying. Chase Elliott spun his car like 8 times this weekend. William Byron spun. Eric Almirola spun. I think Chris Bell spun in practice too. There was like a whole bunch of incidents, dude, of just guys going for it and losing. Joey Logano slapped the wall. Bubba Wallace slapped the wall. It was insane, man. It was like, and I saw immediately people complaining, like, "Oh my god, these guys, this is embarrassing." I was like, "Wait a second, these cars are hard to drive, and people are upset about it. The fuck?" And it was awesome seeing Auto Club, man. The rough surface, they were all kinds of lines, low, bottom, middle, and guys were just you know trying. That was hard to handle. I watching Kyle Busch's onboard, he's sawing the wheel and he's making fast laps, and it was like, everything I'm seeing is going in the right direction. I love it. We'll get to the car, but that was awesome. Then we jump in. You know, we had Xfinity practice and qualifying as per usual, and the Xfinity race was it was awesome, man. I watched all of it, and it was just so freaking awesome just to see those cars. They always put on a show. You know, Cole Custer gets the win in his home state. That was neat. That was pretty much a Stuart Haas car, is what I heard. And I don't like when people are like, "Oh, it was good till 20 to go, and there was 8 cautions." It's like, well, shit happens. Okay. Brandon Jones went and broke out the sand barrels. There was a lot of wrecks at the end, and there was probably 7 restarts. It kind of made it sloppy, but it got interesting. But then we went racing on Sunday, dude, and we'll get in the nitty gritty. The race on Sunday, dude, it was, oh my god, it was awesome.
So I don't know if you can hear me yet.
I hear you.
Okay. Like half the shit cut out while you're talking. I don't know if I was stalled.
I saw you get a little blocky, and I
yeah, so now I know how annoying it is whenever we're having guests on and they're dealing with internet issues, because I've never dealt with this, and it is the most frustrating. I am just so fucking pissed off right now. Yeah, no, the format was interesting. I actually kind of liked it. It got me more invested in it. At first, I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, why do they have to make things more complicated and more confusing every single time they do something?"
And I think once we do it, we'll get used to it.
That's the thing. Even after a while, just in this race, I was like, "Okay, I kind of like this." You know, I was into it. It gave me a reason to really pay attention more than just seeing these cars. So that was cool. I liked it. Hopefully, you didn't talk much more about some other shit because I couldn't hear anything you were saying.
I just talked about guys spinning and the format, and I said the group of 10. I don't know what all you heard, but I thought the group of 10 was cool. Who can get the pole? It kind of made it who's gonna get the pole? But it was also we just qualified, and now we're gonna these 10 guys are gonna qualify again, and it was I don't know. I liked it, but that was also we could have been done already. I don't want to say I'm complaining it's about too much racing, but it was also all right. If I was a fan for the weekend, hell yeah, that would have been awesome to watch. But the Xfinity race was good. Cole Custer won. I don't know what all you heard, but then we got the racing Sunday, dude, and I was already excited about the race, but then I mean, just seeing them go into Fontana. We're back at Fontana, and it was it was like Darlington's older cousin or something. It was mega Darlington. It felt like. Guys are sliding up against
not to mention just all the shit how we weren't sure if we were coming back here, right? I mean, they were talking about tearing it up, talking about making it a short track.
Yeah.
And so that was really weird, coming back to the same Fontana we've had, where I was
we thought we'd never see it again.
Right. Okay. So we're back here with new cars, which we never thought we were going to witness. And then just before we talk about any more of the race, for context, I did not watch this race live. I was driving back from Florida, and so I didn't get to watch it until the next day, which means
I was already just mute your phone, get off social media.
It didn't work. I already knew who won.
Those bum me out. If I miss a race, I always try to just not be on my phone and watch it naturally, because if I already know stuff that happened, I get pissed.
Right. I will say the one interesting thing is when there's 10 to go or something, and the order's not how it looks when it finishes, and you're what the fuck is about to happen?
Well, I know so-and-so won, but he's in 11th.
He's back in 8th spot. What happened in this? So it does get kind of weird there at the end, because the ending of the story, and you're just trying to fill in the blanks. But yeah, so just for context, I don't know. It was still an incredible race. I'm just kind of bummed I didn't get to watch it live.
I think immediately from the practice, it was yo, these guys it's hard to handle. Guys slipping and sliding. It was this is what we've been asking for the last 7 years. To give me all of this. The cars are hard to drive. They're hauling ass, and they're sliding sideways. Yes. I know that we're going to have growing pains. We're going to go 9 organizations finish top 10. We'll get there. I mean, the parity we got with the race, we'll get there. Is just seeing these guys I watched one time Chase Elliott when he was leading before he slapped the wall. He was like this far from the wall, just freaking riding it. And it was like, this is awesome. Like, heck yeah. But then you had guys diving to the white line and sliding up, dive bombing. And it was like, dude, leave this track alone. We'll get to that at the end of the show. But anyways, we take off. Austin Cindric backs up his Daytona 500 win with the pole. Big flex, I thought. I was like, dude, Austin is here. He's not messing around. Like, I think a lot of people were sleeping, I included, was like, Austin Cindric, yeah, cool. He's going to take over 2. We'll see how that goes. Maybe he'll be good at road courses. No,
right. I think that's
Penske's,
exactly what we said.
I think Penske's done their homework. Joey Logano was fast. Blaney was fast. Is like Austin Cindric's here to freaking ball. And I like it. I kind of like the more I see it, the more I'm like, okay, Austin, I see you, bro. Laid down a heater, got the pole. He led him to the green. Immediately, Chase Elliott jumped out there. Tyler Reddick, your boy, showed up. He started leading. Freaking surprised Eric Jones was up there in the top 5 all day.
I definitely want to talk about Eric Jones also.
Dude, I'm very impressed. I was like, dude, like, I know they were like, this is to even the playing field. And I'm like, I keep saying group messages, like, take this with a grain of salt. Let's get 7, 8, 10 races in and we'll really see who's got what, I think. Still, these I'm not going to call these flukes, but these could be like just surprises. But from what I saw, like, Ricky Stenhouse was up there all day. Cole Custer got top 5. Chase Briscoe got up in the lead. I was just kind of like,
Daniel Suarez, Ross Chastain.
What is going on? Like, this is what they kind of were wanting to happen, and it's happening. And it kind of too is it's bringing out the real drivers. Like, you're kind of seeing like, hey, these are hard to handle in the driving. Look who's leading: Tyler Reddick, rim riding, Eric Jones up there. And the one thing I really wanted to talk about the new cars was, and especially an old track where you have off throttle time, tire wear. Tyler Reddick got out there leading, and then Chase Elliott was leading. Tyler Reddick, he slaps the wall. Tyler Reddick passes him, and Eric Jones ran him down, got to him, and they raced a couple laps, and Eric Jones passed him. There was no, dirty air, it's blocking, he can't pass. I didn't see anyone say anything about that. You can't pass for the lead. How many times do we used to say that crap? No, you could swap the lead back and forth, race side by side, high, low, high. And it was just like, yeah, this is awesome. Immediately first caution, Kyle Busch spins out on like lap 17. Kyle freaking Busch. GFD.
Also, I wanted to mention, I was excited to see Eric Jones running up there because when he lost his ride, I always thought, I feel like there's more.
Kind of wrote him off.
I know. And I was like, I feel like there's more we're going to get out of Eric Jones. Like, I think he's actually a talented driver. And for whatever reason, it just wasn't working for him over there. And then when he went to Petty, I was like, I think they got the best driver like they could have gotten. It's just a shit team and shit equipment. And so now seeing him do this, I was like, okay, that's kind of validating what I initially thought about him. So I love seeing that.
Yeah. I loved seeing Eric Jones up there. Daniel Suarez, we'll get there, was late. He was and then you kind of saw guys get up there, and then there was a lot of calamity in this race. I don't want to say it was too much, but it was kind of like, oh shit, another problem. Oh shit, another problem. Guys spinning out, guys slapping the wall. Truex got in the wall, and he was really fast. He got up top 5, and he just it was the room for error. Like you're willing and dealing, and then you can fuck up. Old car, you barely got loose. Big giant wing. And this, you saw guys get loose and slap the wall and pay the penalty for it. Guys came from the front and back. We'll get into the good and bad ugly later with some other woes but Bubba Wallace wrecks freaking Brad K. I think that was kind of a calamity restart. I don't really know what was going on. But like I said, the top 10, Kurt Busch, first top 10 with 23:11. He got up there late. Joey Logano was fast. Him and Kyle Larson battling for the lead. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah, Suarez similar to Eric Jones. That's a good point.
Yeah. And what Suarez said, his pit stops were amazing all day. It was the best pit crew he's had in his whole career.
It's like he's gotten better with Trackhouse.
I love Suarez at Trackhouse. I think that's I think that's just such a good fit, with them and what they got going on. I like Suarez there. I almost could see if Chastain doesn't give his shit together, we could put someone else in one car and see what they can do.
I actually agree there. Next race we go to if there's like a super, super Mexican Daniel Suarez merch item, I'm buying it.
I think they have something.
I want the
exactly like what you're
Mexican
talking about.
flag on it.
I think they make a shirt just like
I
that.
want the most Mexican Suarez merch you can possibly buy, and I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna rock that because
And
I'm Team
hey,
Suarez now.
up late, Daniel Hemrick came from 6 laps down to finish 9th.
Yeah,
We'll talk
another
about the laps
driver.
down, but yeah,
If you can see that, Daniel Hemrick. That's a Daniel Hemrick 8 koozie. Look at that.
Kyle Busch went 5 laps down, came back to finish 14th. But we also had some guys just kind of like they kind of got up there a little bit, but then kind of faded. Is like Denny Hamlin finished 15th. Chase Briscoe led. I think he had some pit road woes. Ryan Blaney had some pit road woes. They finished 16th and 18th.
Yeah, I think
Bubba Wallace finished where he usually runs, 19th.
I think another thing to point out is, Toyotas just weren't doing it.
So
Chevys were killing it.
I was listening to DBC. Fords and Chevys were fast. All the Toyotas, I don't know really how this whole new air intake works with the whole funnel we saw under the hoods at Daytona and stuff. But they were having troubles. Like Kyle Busch, before the end of the first stage, came in and had the hood up. They were having cooling issues. And their motors were running like way too hot. Like they have like a limit and they were over that. Kyle Busch came to pit and he's squirting water straight out and they couldn't figure out why. They were like,
didn't
what
they
the
take
fuck?
a leaf blower and put it in the hood?
I guess just like sand and debris and grit was like clogging up the air intake and all their motors were like screaming hot, like so not performing. And it was kind of something they had to figure out on the fly with the new car.
That's
William
gonna happen.
Byron
That's
was
gonna happen at
fast.
these races.
Yeah, like these are gonna be growing pains. We're gonna figure things out. That's why I said by summertime. I mean, I love what I'm seeing the last 3 races we've seen, but I think by summertime we're gonna see, if not better, but like different than what we're seing now. I think it could be better.
I almost don't want them to figure it out.
I'm
enjoying the chaos.
I kind of like it too, except when I'm like, oh shit. And then that was another thing
when
too.
your driver goes
so
flat,
that was another thing too, as people were texting me and like in group messages just talking shit about Kevin Harvick, and he came home 7th. I will take it after the day he had. Started dead last, had no laps on the track with the car. He did on his second lap, he wrecked. So no practice, no qualifying. His first practice lap was the first lap of the race. And listen on the race, I just kind of the day went exactly how I was expecting to go. Like, we're gonna spend the whole first half of the race like practicing, figuring out what this car is. And Kevin was talking about it's too loose, now it's too tight, and this and that. And he was like, the car's fast as shit. He said, I'm scared to wreck. He said, I don't want to wreck this car. And he kept saying, like, he was like, I'm kind of just riding. And he was in like 25th. And people were like, dude, look, the new car, Kevin can't even drive. And I'm like, does no one remember Saturday? Anyways, gets up there late. Kevin got up to like freaking 5th. And late restart, kind of got swamped and finished 7th. I will totally take it after the day other guys had. But it was a good race, man. And then all in all, cream rises to the top. Kyle Larson wins. I was kind of like, I like Kyle Larson, but fuck, man. Like, I don't be my next Jimmy Johnson. I appreciate Jimmy Johnson, but everybody hates winners. Unless you're
they do have a similar personality.
Yeah, it just kind of, I'm like,
kind of bland.
Larson win. Okay. And I was like, okay, Larson got one in the books. He got a win this year. Let's not turn this into 10. I don't know. I don't want to be a Larson naysayer. I'm just kind of like, all right.
Well, so if we're going to talk Larson, should we just go ahead and talk the Hendrick situation?
Yeah. I was going to note while I was talking about like up and downers, Austin Dillon almost won this fucking race.
I knew he didn't win.
Yeah.
And
I was like, where the fuck did he come from? I knew he was in the top 5, but he dive bombing Larson.
Yeah. And I knew he didn't win. And as I'm watching it, I know he's not gonna win, but I'm like, fucking go low. And he just doesn't. I'm like, damn it.
So imagine watching it live. I mean, it was a last ditch dive bomb, but he was too far back. But like on the restart, I was like,
no, he should have done that.
Dillon could win this.
He should have done that earlier. Lap. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you can always say like, should have done this, should have done that.
Yeah. I think he was like, if I go for it and fuck up,
but
I could end up in the back, or I can just play it safe and get.
This was a straight up race, and if you just look at the top 10, if you look at the names, Kyle Larson, Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Joey Logano, Eric Almirola 6, Kevin Harvick 7th, Kurt Busch 8th, Daniel Hemrick 9th, Ricky Stenhouse 10th. Like Nathan was saying, the 9 different teams was like, I mean, just look at those names. Like, when would you have bet that Eric Jones was going to finish 3rd in this race?
It
when would
makes
you have,
it makes me respect every driver a lot more. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because
I
it's
think hey, these guys didn't forget how to drive.
we shit talk all these other drivers, but we don't stop to remember always like the teams they're on and the equipment that they
Yeah.
have, and
Yeah.
and now that we're seeing a bit more of a level playing field, and obviously drivers are still figuring shit out, and so some guys are getting caught up in wrecks, and that's it's just kind of a nice reminder. Hey, everybody here.
Oh my Lord. Testing 1 2. It's a great picture, Matt. Great picture. But like we were saying, top 10 was crazy. Matt is in freeze frame, or Rattlesnake, I mean. And I really thought that it kind of sucked. Kyle Larson won. Matt or Rattlesnake, I can't hear you. Mayday. Mayday. Rattlesnake.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No, I couldn't hear you at all. I hear you now.
Fuck.
You were going.
You hear me now?
Yeah, you were going. Bleh, bleh, bleh.
Motherfucker.
No,
I
you're good
hate
now.
this so much.
Oh,
I hate
no.
this so much.
You know how embarrassed I was last week? But you're good right now, dude. So just roll with it. But then,
I'm about to
hey,
flip this shit.
just flip the table, break the rattlesnake.
Yeah, I have anger
Kyle
problems for people that
Kyle
don't know.
Larson and Joey Logano are battling with like freaking 10 to go or some 13 to go, 7 to go. I don't know. It's late in the race and they're going at it. You can tell like intensity's up. It's go time. They're racing and freaking the closing rate on some of the runs guys got. I was rewatching some clips and Chase Briscoe just like split them 3 wide down the straightaway. They're like, where the fuck? So anyways, Joey Logano and Kyle Larson are battling and Chase Elliott gets this run from hell off 4 and just freaking swoops up to make it 3 wide for the lead within the closing laps on the top rope. It's just like, look at this. This is the 2nd race of the year, and look at what we have with the new car. This would have never been happening in the old car. And Kyle Larson, a little late block, just slams Elliott in the wall. I freaking jumped off my seat with excitement. Slams Elliott, and Elliott goes back, and Elliott, I guess, has some mechanical woes, whatever he calls them, and just
All right,
spins out. What's up?
First off, before we move forward,
Oh,
can you still hear me? Am I glitchy?
yeah.
Okay,
You're
cool.
good.
What did you think about Larson coming up and hitting Elliott?
It's racing for the win. I don't.
He says he didn't know he was there, which is
I don't
just
think
wild.
he knew he was. I don't think he knew he was there. But I think he went to block, but he didn't know Elliott was like, oh, he's there. Like he thought Elliott was coming. Like it was way late, but he just body slammed him like, oh shit. I'm surprised it didn't woe up Larson more than it did. It looked like Larson slammed him and kept going and took the lead. Larson was fast. I don't think he was the fastest car of the race.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. He said he didn't see him. I have to believe him because why would he purposely try to take out his teammate? Like that just didn't make sense.
I think he knew he was coming. He didn't know he was there.
I think he knew he was coming, and he was like, "Oh, cool! I'll get a push from Chase, my teammate. Let me get up and get a push from him." So yeah, then obviously that pissed Chase off. Did you hear his radio?
Oh yeah. What a fucking crybaby. Chase
even when he's angry, he sounds like a little kid. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Elliott has mechanical woes and spins out. I mean, I've never seen a much more deliberate spin out in my life. Especially when he started. It's one thing to like lose it and get sideways. When he starts spinning and then just you see him throttle it up and spin it like 3 more times. It was like, I mean, really? And then on the radio he goes, oh, something broke. I don't care who's leading. Was like that was a total like, fuck you, Kyle Larson. And it reminded me a lot of just getting mad when they got taken out or passed for the lead at another race and then decided to ruin that person's race or try to. But it's just funny how, it's all good fun and games when Chase Elliott's passing for the lead and stuff and fucks other people's races up. But, when it happens to him, he's got to pitch a fit and spin out and cause all kinds of mayhem. I don't know how much more NASCAR wants to tolerate that from a champion, but whatever.
I mean, I think they'll tolerate a whole lot from Chase
It's
Elliott.
Chase Elliott, too. So, I mean, he could pretty much shit on the start-finish line, and people will be like, I want a picture.
Can I get an autograph?
Yeah.
Can you sign that for me?
Give me a piece. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it was fucked up though. I was kind of like, ooh, but then it was also like, if I was Mr. Hendrick, I'd be like, yeah, no, don't do that again.
Yeah.
But honestly, they're probably like, boys have at it. Who cares? I don't know. It is good drama. And I saw people look, this is the next rivalry, like Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon. And I was like, let's pump the fucking brakes here. We're talking about two guys that had 70 plus wins versus a guy that has 11 wins and another guy that has like 10 wins.
Yeah, but I could see it as that if it continues because I
get it, the little Hendrick rivalry, but I'm not going to compare them to legends.
Well, no, but they weren't legends always. I mean, and these two guys are our last two champions.
Yeah,
and
whatever.
They're both on the same team and they don't seem to be getting along. I mean, I could see this turning into a bit of a rivalry where they both
Here's the thing.
don't like each other.
This is the third race in a row Kyle Larson's wrecked people. What the hell's going on there with their defending champ?
I've noticed that as well. Yeah.
That's the third race in a row. At the Clash, he just beheaded Justin Haley. Daytona, he just dumped Kevin straight into Chris Buescher.
Yeah, he's been driving like an asshole.
Slamming it. Now he's slamming teammates into the wall.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't want to attack Larson and seem like I'm on Chase Elliott's side here because it seems like you have to pick a side. But I do agree. I was actually thinking the same thing. I was like, have I seen Larson wreck somebody in every fucking race this year? Like, what's he
ridiculous.
doing? What is
I'd
he
doing? I'd kind of love to see like somebody just dump his shit.
Yeah, because at this point, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. I don't remember him driving like that as much last season, but maybe I'm just forgetting. But it seems like this season he's just like, I don't fucking care, dude. I'm turning everybody. Especially the Justin Haley thing. That was just fucked up.
That one pissed me off.
Yeah,
honestly. I was like, wow, dude, seriously?
The whole situation was fucked. But I'm excited because they keep trying to make up rivalries with drivers, and I've always said, you know,
let it be natural.
I always said they need to be good. They need to like be competing for a championship, or else nobody cares about that rivalry.
Well, that's the thing is
these two guys.
It needs to be like the rivals are going into Phoenix for the championship. That's the stuff I want to see,
especially
not like
teammates. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and that too is like, or let it go down the stretch. I don't want to see like, hey, we had a talk and we're friends now. He apologized. We're good to go. No, I want to see like, yeah, fuck him. Like that's what we need. And hey, the sport is fucking thriving. I don't know how much you've been getting on Twitter. Freaking astronomical votes on Jeff Cluck's poll. Viewers are up. It seems like NASCAR is just snowballing. I don't care.
Viewership was actually down.
Was it?
Which was really
what was
weird.
the last Auto Club race that was watched? What was the rating? I don't know.
Well, so yeah, it was really weird. I think I saved it. Hold on.
It seemed like the crowd was huge there, bigger than like any Auto Club crowd I've seen in 10 years.
God, did I not save it? Anyway, yeah, no, it showed viewership was actually down.
Weird. The crowd there was fantastic. Ice Cube was there.
It was viewership.
Super Bowl champion quarterback was there.
It was viewership for the second race of the year.
Oh well, what is that?
Well, I mean that's important.
You know what the second race used to be? Atlanta. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and this was worse viewership than that. That's the problem. So yeah, I
take the viewerships with a grain of salt because let me see the data. Like,
well, I was reading the comments and people are arguing left and right, and then finally I saw one that I was like, thank God, this is the one guy that he was like, well, that sucks. They all missed out on a pretty good race, in my opinion. And I was like, yeah, that's how I feel.
Well,
like at the end of the day, it's like I hope people tune in because right now is some of the best racing in a long time. And if people don't tune in, I think they will eventually because.
Well, remember last year, or really pre-COVID, it seemed like NASCAR was popping off. The first 4 or 5 races were insane, and we were like, dude, this is awesome. And then COVID just struck and totally black holed the sport. And then now it feels like we're like, hey, that's behind us now. We got this whole new thing going on, and we're fucking sending it. I think I love everything I'm seeing. I'm seeing more people talk about NASCAR. I'm having people at work ask me about NASCAR. Everything seems to be going good. I think we're going to see bigger crowds at races this year.
I agree. I think NASCAR is going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Even though viewership, I guess, was down for like the second race of the year in the past like 5 years or something. I'm not worried about it because I like what I'm seeing, and I'm like, I have faith that people will catch on
Do you
and
think
realize how good this
do you
is.
think maybe a better broadcast would help that?
Well,
We'll get to that in the show.
I was gonna say, trust me,
but it's just saying, do you think the way it was presented, do you think, I mean, I would put money that MEC gets better views than Fox. I think it's a better product. I don't know. Then also is one thing I always hate too is I've told on the show so many times is like people bitching about how long this season is. It's like, well, this is just what it is. But people be like,
baseball.
oh,
It's
is
like certain
NASCAR?
sports have
Yeah, is
long
NASCAR still racing? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, they race all year. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, certain sports have long seasons. I mean, I don't know why people complain about that. That's just how NASCAR is. That's how it's always been. That's how racing is. I mean, it's not just NASCAR. It's like racing takes a break in the winter. Other than that, you're going to have it all year long, regardless of, drag racing, dirt racing. That's how all racing is.
Yeah. I mean, whatever it is, but that kind of rolls us into our next segment, the good, the bad, and the ugly, where we will take a couple different views and we can rate a good, bad. So this is another thing I was going to say. Last time we kind of just said, give me 3 goods, give me 3 bads, or whatever. I was going to say why don't we just do like, hey, here's 3 or 4 or 5 topics. Would you rate this good, bad, or ugly, or give me your take on it? What do you think?
Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that.
I think kind of molds it a little bit. I was thinking about this on my drive home from
But then
work
what if it misses some
Atlanta.
topics that I had?
Well, then you fucking name them when I send the itinerary.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Or I'll read these off and then you can add on at the end.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, we're jumping good, bad, ugly. As you watch the racing, pretty much anything cup related, is when these cars spin. We saw in Daytona, and we kind of needed to figure this out. Then, they had it. I don't know if they're working on it or what, but when these cars spin and blow a tire,
hell, we
the
saw
cars,
this at the Clash. We
the,
saw
the
this.
car, yeah, the car's this high off the ground, and the tire has no interliner because we went to this badass 18-inch wheel. So when the car's flat, it's sitting on the track, and when it's flat, the wheel's spinning and it's breaking a bead, and the tire it leaves the tire. Now it's just a rim. Well, cars don't drive on rims, and when they're sitting on the ground. So now a casual spin puts somebody 4, 5, 6 laps down. Now we have, what the same amount of time as a 4-car pileup is one spin out, and they're having to get a tow truck to get towed back to the garage. To me, this is ugly. It was bad last week. It's ugly now. We got to do something about this. Goodyear has claimed we cannot do an interliner on this tire. I don't know the logistics of building tires to wheels, but it seems like they're making plenty of money, and they could probably definitely come up with something. I've heard all kinds of crazy ideas of we'll have a pit crew come out when the car spins and change the tires on the track. All right, that's 2 laps down, 3 at most.
That's
who's to say these guys are qualified? Who's to say they don't fuck up the wheel when they do it? Now this guy's more fucked. I've also heard when they're towing the cars back, these amateur tow truck drivers are just like slapping the car on and just dragging it back and fucking the car up even more.
I mean, I think a great option is just change the fucking tire then. If you can't do it for this tire, let's make a new tire. Like, this shouldn't be an issue.
There was we make the ride height higher option or something. And it was
I like the ride height, though.
but then I'm also like, well, how's that going to affect the car? I don't know. But it's just, we got to figure something out. They should have known. I was listening to DBC today at work, and they were saying, they knew about this during the test. During the testing, this was happening. Crews were having to come out and change tires in the middle of the tri-oval. It's like, hey, you knew about this in January. Why is this still a issue? Like, why have we not come up with a solution here? I totally agree with it. This is unacceptable. Like, we can't do this all year. Because here's the thing. What happens when, you went 6 laps down at California? with a flat tire. What happens when you wreck at Bristol and get a flat tire?
Yeah.
You go 20 laps down because you spun out.
Yeah, that's your day just because you got a flat tire.
A flat
Yeah.
tire. Well, and I did argue some on Twitter was, okay, you know how you don't get a flat tire from spinning out? Don't spin out. But there is, there could be debris on the track, but that's just bad luck. There could be, caution. If caution laps didn't count, you wouldn't go laps down. Great.
Yeah,
point,
that's
Nathan.
a great point
God.
by Nathan.
I've been screaming that from day one. Is I don't think caution laps should ever.
You
count.
have actually been saying that forever, and I was always like, yeah, but it's not a big deal. Like, it didn't really affect me too much. But now it's like, if that's a solution, then yeah, maybe we should consider it.
Yeah, maybe caution laps shouldn't count. When it goes green, that's when the laps start going back. So then you could spend the whole caution or however long it is trying to get back to pit road and fix your shit.
Yeah.
It's just ugly, man. We got to figure something out. It's gross. I don't like it.
So you're saying that's your ugly?
Yeah, I'm just saying that is ugly. It's ugly. It's not good. It's not bad. It's ugly.
Okay. Yeah, that was actually what I listed for the ugly for mine as well.
Fuck yeah.
The tire situation's just becoming more and more of a problem. We said it at the Clash. We said it at Daytona. And now it's like, okay, this is officially a problem. We need to look into this. And that's what I said initially. Well, that's what the ugly is for, right? Is like when it becomes a problem and we need to look into it, the tire situation's becoming ugly. Something needs to be done.
Well, and I was talking to Dalton during the race, and he was like, God dang, Goodyear sucks. I said, okay, Dalton, why don't you design a tire? It's like,
That's such
I'm not gonna sit here and run Goodyear in the ground. Like, god dang, this shit. I mean, we're kind of figuring this out as we go. I'm just saying, hey, we need to fix this now. Like, we have 28 more races. Like, we need to figure this out.
No, yeah, I don't care. Like Goodyear, it's not like I'm buying this fucking tire.
Yeah, I'm not
But
gonna sit here and go, God damn, Goodyear, you sons of bitches, burn in hell.
Right.
It's like,
I don't.
all right.
I'm
it's
not
just kind of
like,
hey, this sucks, man. We need to figure this out.
Right. I would say, if they can't resolve the issue like for this entire season, and then they want to start next season, that's when, as NASCAR, I'd be like, okay, we're gonna have to look at other options. Like, this is a problem that needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
And if y'all can't fix it, then we're gonna have to find another solution.
And I don't really know what I know. I mean, the wheel's big and the tire's thin, but I'm like, is there not like a micro interliner we can design or something? Some sort of inflated inside or rubber inside for grip?
Be a little bit smaller. Like, I don't know. It's like,
I don't know. Can we run?
They look cool, but I'm willing to make it look
a
little.
16-inch wheel with interliner, like the same wheel or something, make it smaller. I don't know.
Right. It looks cool, and I get that I don't want to change the look. But if it does, like, if it just looks a little less cool and we don't have to deal with this anymore, I would gladly take that. Because functionality is what's most important at the end of the day. They look cool and I love it, but yeah, we need it to work.
Yeah, just ugly all around. Let's get it going, NASCAR. All right, second topic. Oh, well, we got Nick Waters. I don't think Goodyear built a bad tire, but the concept doesn't work. Dude,
perfect.
Man, our fans are smarter 100%. Than we are.
Yep,
just perfect, dude.
Yeah, that's a good way to sum it up.
Next topic is, I don't know. I guess we can just talk about it every week. God, they're trying, man. They're trying. Mini Coopers have run flats. Is the Fox broadcast. It was, I guess
this is what I had on my bad.
So this is bad. This is bad too. I guess we're just, doing it. Is the Fox broadcast it's like, keep it simple, stupid. It's just, I loved Matt Kenseth. I like this little, we're rotating guys. It's going to be exciting.
Matt Kenseth, though,
Matt Kenseth killed it. I love his I've always loved his dry humor, even when he's a driver.
Like, I know. I was like, holy shit. He's doing it.
I'm a Matt Kenseth comedy kind of guy. And I loved Matt being in the booth. He actually gave like some good humor and some good like intellect. Like, oh wow, look at that. When I used to drive here, this is what I would do. He was
also professional. Yeah,
he was very professional. I loved it. I loved everything about it was great. It was cool seeing him in the booth. Martin dropped in. That was wild. He dropped in and looked super cool. And he talked.
That was crazy.
It was cool seeing all them talk shit like old teammates.
I even pointed out to my wife. I was like, "Holy shit! You know who that is?"
Yeah, they didn't like. He just like popped in. That was cool, but the camera work. I don't. I'm not a cameraman, but like this is live TV. Like we could do better. They're zooming in. They're zooming in on drivers like in the corner, and like I can read the freaking like third sponsor on next to the wheel. That's all I can see. I can't see. It's cool shots, but it's like just zooming the fuck in. It's like, dude, I want to see the cars in the corner. I can't tell what's going on. One thing I noticed too is they'll just like the guy. I don't know what they're looking at on the screens or if they're looking at the race out the window, but I noticed a couple times the camera just cut to a car spinning, and Clint Boyer's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 oh, car around!" It was like, did y'all not are y'all not there? Like, or do you not know what's going on? Like, they kind of reacted to it like they would react to Rex, and I've noticed like that's what Clint does. It's just like, "Whoa," and it's like, dude, like, it's like. It's like, dude, can we chill the hell out? Like, I get, like, I don't. It's just, it's a little Daryl Waltrip-esque. Like, there's or not. Oh, got a car around. They like freak out. And then I want a little more professional energy.
I met him at the Florence Speedway for
what up, big dog?
NASCAR grassroots. Thanks for stopping in, homie.
So I don't know. It's like they'd be coming. They're battling in line, and they're like, Kyle Larson hits Chase Elliott. Did he hit him? Yeah, I think he hit him. I was like, dude, he just slammed his teammate into the wall for the lead. Like, this is a huge pivotal moment of the race. Like,
where the hell is Dale Jr.? I need to hear his commentary.
I need Dale Jr. I don't know, man. I just think they're trying.
Here's the thing.
Trying.
For any race that we review and we do the good, the bad, and the ugly, it's like that's going to be a consistent thing while Fox is in the first half of the season.
Week.
It's just going to be the bad or the ugly. Yeah, it's like we can always put it in.
Okay, they're showing the race, and they got the pylon on the left side of the screen showing the drivers, and it says miles per hour for like 30 minutes. I want to see intervals. I want to see, hey, he's 5 seconds back, he's 5.8 seconds back, he's 6 seconds back. I don't want to see he's going 187 miles per hour.
That means nothing to me.
I don't want to.
You can show that like once just to be like, whoa, look how fast they're going. That's cool. You don't need to leave it up there.
Another take I didn't even throw in here, I was going to mention because DBC brought it up, and I just was kind of like, oh, yeah, I like the Xfinity cars were going faster than the Cup cars into the turns, and it was kind of just.
Are you holding zip ties?
Oh yeah, I've been slapping.
Are those zip ties? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just glad I guessed it right. I was like,
I didn't even know they were in my hand. Honestly, I've just been over here.
I have seen that mentioned though, multiple from a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know that. To me, that's unacceptable. This is the Premier League. This is your All-Star pros, and the college teams are outrunning them. I don't know. Anyways, but
third take, point, though. It is a good point.
Third take, a good, bad, and ugly is Chase Elliott versus Kyle Larson. Was this good? Was this bad? Was this ugly?
It's funny. I didn't even read your good, the bad, and the ugly. And for the good, Hendrick drama, I actually put as good.
Yeah, I was gonna call this fucking great because I think this is great for the sport. Any drama to me is good drama. I think sometimes they kind of plagiarize it and make something out of nothing. I'm sure this will be nothing, but hey, when we got teammates wrecking each other 3 wide for the lead, this is awesome. This is what we want to see.
This is the first rivalry that I'm actually excited about for a long time, because all these other rivalries, I feel like they just have to, it's so fake and phony, and none of these drivers really actually care. And then half of them that they're like, oh, that's going to be a rivalry. It's like, dude, he got 1 win all season. I really could care less who his rival is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to see him
so ideal. I know they're both kind of like duds personality wise, but they're both champions. They're young up and comers. Like, they're going to take over the sport. And they're on the same fucking team. I mean, it is perfect.
Like, good stuff to me. Like, I don't want to be like, ooh, they're passing for 7th on the first stage. And they're like, Fox is zooming in on the windshield and shit. I want to see, like, Chase Elliott's leading this coming week, and it's 7 to go, and Kyle Larson's trying to pass him. And I want to see Chase fucking punt Kyle Larson.
That's real rivalry.
That's what I want to see.
Yep.
Like, that's rivalry. Not like, ooh, he blocked him with a lap car like that. No, y'all are just like churching this up, man.
Yeah. This is the first rivalry that I'm actually interested in. I hope.
Yeah, I want to see this play out. Not we talked it out. We're good. We're buddies now. We went fishing. Like, I want to see this continue. I want it to distract both teams all year long and fuck them up into the playoffs.
I think honestly that they might just genuinely not like each other too. It seems like they're not very friendly with each other. considering they're both champions, they're both on the same team, you would think they would be like doing more stuff together. It doesn't seem like they're very friendly with each other. And yeah, as you just mentioned, on top of that, Hendrick's just been killing it for the past like 2 years. This would be interesting to like kind of fuck up the Hendrick situation and see if another team
first two races, a Ford and a Chevy won.
I will say Penske's looking a little bit better now that Brad K's not there. Brad's always had an issue, with Penske. Now that he's gone, it kind of
just seemed like he was like the old girlfriend. Like, hey,
yeah, he never felt like he really wanted to be there, and it was just always kind of weird with his teammates. Yeah. Penske's looking a lot happier.
It's so hot right now. Yeah, they got a little spunk in their step, and I like it. Joey was fast all day. Cindric drove a hell of a race. He was in like 3 wrecks. Blaney's pit crew kind of fucked him the whole race. Blaney was fast. He had a good looking car, dude. Their paint schemes look amazing over there. They just dropped the Joey Pennzoil scheme for this weekend, and it looks superb.
You know what though? I will mention about the Penske paint schemes.
Yeah,
I did not like seeing Cindric and Blaney run next to each other because the colors should have been swapped.
Well, that's one thing that kind of bothers me.
Did you not notice that? It was like Blaney's in the black and white car, and then Cindric's in the yellow car.
They kind of all share some sponsors, and then
they do.
They'll run this scheme, they'll run that scheme. I don't know.
And they use the same font for their numbers. So you see the 2, but the 1's in front of it, and you're like, oh, fuck. It just kept throwing me off. Yeah, I was like, put Blaney back in the yellow.
He was all right.
Yeah.
Cindric drove a good race, and Joey Logano almost won. I don't know. It was crazy. It was crazy to see all the underdogs and the like fast guys still up there. I think this season's gonna be nuts.
And I think that also Kyle came in and took over the top spot.
Chase was the golden boy. Remember that?
I think that also adds to the drama with the rivalry. I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, that guy that got fired, we hired him, and he's in here like hot shit. And Chase is kind of like, hey,
I'm
this
supposed
is my
to
seat.
be. Yeah, I just won the championship.
And Alex Bowman's over there like, and William Byron's like, huh? Who, me?
That's the thing. I hope nothing happens to Willie B or Bowman. Those guys are just happy to be there. Let them keep doing their thing. They're doing good.
They're really good.
That's the thing. They're doing good. Like, people are like, oh, who's the first one out? And it's like, if I'm Hendrick, like, none of them.
No,
like,
I
love
this
my team
lineup's here, and as long as they want to be, I think.
Exactly. Like, who cares? Just because Willie B and Bowman might not ever compete for a championship, they might. But when you're looking at Larson,
I can see Willie B win a championship before his career.
Yeah, that's true. He might. And Alex knows how to fucking pull wins out of his ass.
Alex I think, has a lot of lady luck on his side. Like when he's hot, when his car's good, he takes advantage of it.
Yeah. Oh, here's and then this is what I was trying to make the championship for. He was my early pick this year as well. We picked him last season. We picked him for the last season, and he almost did it. I mean, that dude is just on the cusp.
I like Blaney. Well, I don't know. Blaney gets on my nerves sometimes. Blaney.
He really gets on my nerves, but as a driver, I actually really like him.
I like Blaney as a driver. But it just seems like he's not Denny Hamlin, but it's like almost like when it comes to crunch time and it's time to put it together, it kind of fucks it all up.
It's not a bad comparison, though.
It kind of fucks it all up.
Until he gets to at least to the championship 4, he's going to be mini Denny. But you were talking about how Bowman has great luck. Somebody that I definitely wanted to talk about before we wrap up this episode was Tyler fucking Reddick, a dude that we've been talking about for years.
This is something we should bring up. Performer of the race, Tyler Reddick.
Ooh, I like that. Performer of the race.
Wins first and second stage. I don't know what the fuck happens. He cuts a tire, and all of a sudden,
something that I loved the stat they said he led more laps in this race than he did in his entire Cup Series career combined.
Yeah, he was killing. Like, awesome. I had go like in the second stage. I was like, today's Reddick's day, dude. This is it. Like Reddick's.
Did you see? I tweeted like before the race. I said Reddick's gonna win. Like this is it.
He looked amazing. The car was fast. So. And here's another thing: is he wins the 2 stages. Austin Dillon shows up and gets P2. RCR boys flexing. I don't know really.
Fucking fit. Look at this,
boy. Look at that
RCR hat, dude. RCR shirt. RCR koozie. I did all this just for this episode.
But
I said this was really the RCR's year. Just saying.
Fellow friend of Pit Road is I like me some Tyler Reddick, dude. I really like.
I really like Tyler Reddick.
I'm always so searching nice and scouting on who's gonna be my guy. In a couple years, but like I like Red Dog, man. I like Reddick. It got my eyes on him too. I like what I'm seeing of it. He's a wheel man. We're talking about, who's going to be able to drive these cars. Rex up there just freaking railing the fence. Luck got him, cuts a tire, and Willie B fucking was playing peekaboo or something and just ran fucking right into him. I honestly thought, because it only was one flat tire, so he was scratching it back. I think he was going to get to pit road, fix it, and probably still be in contention. Have to come from the back again, but the car was so good, there was still time left. There was like 40 to go when he got cleaned out, and then from then it was kind of screwed.
And I mean, like I said, I knew the results of the race. I didn't know what happened with Reddick. I didn't see him. I saw like the top 5 somebody posted, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
So I knew nothing about Reddick. I'm watching this whole race, and I'm just like, what happens to Reddick?
Dude.
He should win this race.
And him and Eric Jones swapping the lead and battling up front. Like, it was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, where Kyle Larson was like 11th at the time. He's got like, look at the gut leaders right now. I kept telling my friends, I said, look at the top 10 right now. The whole race. I was like, look at the top 10. It was awesome. This was a great race.
Tyler Reddick and Eric Jones battling. I mean,
for the lead.
What is going on?
Petty GMS, like, showing up.
Is that going to be a thing now?
Yeah. I thought I've been kind of spending, like, kind of looking at Ty Dillon, like, what's he going to do, man? I think he finished like 17th, 19th or something. I'm kind of like, okay, like,
you hired Ty Dillon to get a sponsor for your ride.
Yeah,
because I don't know how he does it, but
I don't know. I want to see Ty Dillon do good.
Throw money at Ty Dillon.
I want to see him do good, but I'm like,
Ty Dillon seems like one of the coolest dudes that drives. He seems like he shows up for his job. He seems
down to earth.
Yeah, he seems like he shows up for a job and then like has a real life afterwards. He's also really nice. I remember the first time I was supposed to interview his brother, I saw him and I couldn't find their hauler. And so I just started talking to him, and he was like, "Here, I'll walk you over there so you can like interview my brother." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." Yeah, he was really, really fucking nice.
But at the end of the episode, that brings us to the question everybody's wondering. We went back to Fontana. They were entertaining, turning this into a Martinsville, Bristol short track.
Perfect timing on the comment.
Great question, bud. As I was bringing it up is, should I stay or should I go? Should we keep Fontana the way it is or make up this hypothetical short track in this economy with all this destruction and construction they were talking about doing?
And also,
and the property,
should we call it Auto Club or Fontana?
Sure. Yeah, I don't. Dude, I call it Auto Club. I call it California. I always called it California growing up. Roger Penske bought it and Auto Club sponsored it. So it reminds me of the Charlotte Lowe's thing back in the day.
Yep.
Lowe's Motor Speedway. So,
because wasn't it California Speedway or California Motor Speedway or something like that?
Yeah, something. It was always California.
Yeah.
To me. Like, go to California. But I totally, from what I saw, dude, I mean, the track's aging like Atlanta surface was, but like, leave this motherfucker alone. Maybe do some maintenance if you got to. Do some upkeep. Like, this track is prime, dude. Like, after the race we just saw, why would you fuck this up?
So, how often do I agree with Nathan? What would you say, like 20% tops?
I was going to say like 1 out of 10.
Yeah, me and Nathan like to argue. This is one of the few times that Nathan sums it up perfectly. No. I was team short track. Now I say just leave it alone.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's totally where I am. I was kind of like, all right.
I was 100% on board with the short track idea. Because I was like, I love short track racing. Auto Club hasn't really done anything for me in a long time. Like, I don't really fucking care. Fuck it. Let's have another short track on the schedule. I think everybody was on board. After I just watched this, don't you dare.
Don't touch it. Track. Well, and the thing was, we're going to bring a short track to the West Coast. Okay. Tear down Sonoma. Go to a new market. Go to Colorado. Go to fucking Montana and build a short track. Go to Texas Motor Speedway and tear it down. Do something like that. Is like, there's other ideas here. Hey, now we've done this Clash Bash crap. Do that. Just make that a track. I don't care.
I think they need to go to Colorado. I think Colorado,
let's go to it.
Washington.
We'll go to new markets.
Yeah. Yep. Short track will cost less to build too. It's a lot less property that you need. Build like a 40,000 person stadium on a short track.
If it ain't broke, don't break it. This track is fine. Leave it alone. I think it's here to stay. I mean, after what you saw is just like, just keep this on the schedule. Like, let's keep doing this. And then it's like, well, we're going to have to repave it one day. It's like, well, pump the brakes. Let's talk about this. I loved it, man. It was a giant Darlington to me.
Also, let me see. Yeah, it really is. Also, let me see what these cars look like on some other tracks.
Yeah.
Because what if we
Yeah.
go somewhere else and then we're like, you know what? Auto Club actually wasn't as good as we thought it was because these cars in this package is just so fucking
Yeah,
good.
and then I think it was the old track, the new car. It just
Yep.
was a perfect storm. I'm, and then we'll see the real test that's coming up this weekend with Vegas. Is like we're going to a mile and a half, and let's see what these cars do now. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't
I
beat
mean,
that. Guys racing any lane,
oh my
letting
god, I love
off throttle
that.
time.
At one point, I
Tire
think it was
wear.
Mike Joy that mentioned it. He was like, "It looks a lot like I-10 out there," because I think I-10 like drives by it, and that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of an interstate. You got guys like
Yeah,
4 wide just up and down, going wherever the fuck
yeah,
they want, taking any
and they're
line.
making it work.
They're making it work. That was the craziest thing. I mean, I loved
Yeah.
it. I loved it. It was just chaos, and it was
Like
perfect.
I hope that better be on the 23 schedule at least. That better not been the last race. Like I can't wait to see that race again next year.
And we will be at Darlington.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
be there for sure. I think Dakota will probably show up.
We said Darlington too.
I'm saying I'll probably be at both. Just
You said you're like, yeah, I'm not going to the first one. I was like, okay.
we'll see. I mean, it's Sunday. I could just drive up. It's an hour down the road. Like,
I don't blame you.
yeah, you know what I mean? So that's why,
Yeah.
that's why I meant like you might not be there for that one.
Yeah. We'll definitely be at the Southern 500.
But yeah, Vegas. Me and Nathan have actually talked about this when we were in Florida. Vegas is going to be the big test.
Yeah, I think this will be your first. Like, let's see what these cars can.
What the rest of the schedule will look
and
like.
it's a newer
1.5
surface.
intermediate track.
Yeah, I'd like to see the tire improvements. I'd like to see what these cars do. I'd like to see who's got what. Was California a fluke for some of these guys, or is Eric Jones going to lead at Vegas? I don't know.
So we are rating these races. If you remember.
Oh yeah, yep.
All right. Do you remember what you rated the first one? Or we didn't rate Daytona, I think, because we were just like
we were distracted,
drunk, and yeah.
Well, Daytona was a
home run. A blur. Daytona's a blur.
Races we go to don't count.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, we don't do that shit for races we go to, because how do you rate that race? Honestly, like if you go to a race, it's gonna rate totally different. Like Daytona for me is like a fucking 10 out of 10 because just the experience I had.
It was a 10 out of 10.
Okay, so I still have here the Clash. I rated an 8.1.
And I said a 2 or 4 or something, didn't I? 8.
Yeah. And
you've been writing them down?
Well, I have this one written down.
Oh.
Okay, so wow,
a little more strict.
9.1.
Ooh.
Here's the thing. At least, everybody can rate it their own way. Nathan thinks it's a 9.1. That's fine. 10 out of 10 is literally perfect. So the way I look at it is there's never going to be a 10. If there is a 10, then it's just like nothing's ever better than it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm rating it a little stricter than what Nathan is. But what would you rate this one, Dakota?
Well, and it's like, how we talk about in the poll too is like, it's not fair a winner decides the poll, or like it's biased on if their driver won or not. I think the race was amazing. Kyle Larson kind of went and was like, all right. But man, with the racing, we had, we had spin outs and wrecks and comers and goers.
Like if Austin or Dylan or Daniel Suarez snuck in there at the last second,
another month.
That would have been, that would have been insane.
I'm going to give it 8.6. 8.6. Was that what your fucking
did? That your fucking Clash?
Was that your fucking vote?
I wrote down 8.6.
We haven't talked about it, so I don't want to hear shit.
I know.
We can have the same opinion. It's okay.
That's just it. What are the fucking odds? Out of every number you can pick,
it's almost like we think alike.
You did the same.
Well, maybe we should do like 1 through 100, not 1 through 10. It's like you got more options.
Well, technically, we're doing like a 1 through 100 because if you're doing decimals, this would be 86 out of 100.
All right.
It's okay. You're not good at math. I was gonna say
really good at math.
I'm really bad at math. Damn. You know what? I was gonna say 8.6.
Then say
it.
Nope.
I'm gonna go with Nick here. 8.7.
So I was going between 8.6 and 8.7, and I was like, well, let's leave my windows open in case we get a crazier race.
I know,
or even a better race.
I completely agree with you. I 100% agree with you.
I was like, well, I don't want to just go so high off the bat and then like a mediocre race. I'm
Exactly.
like, it's 8.7.
That's
They're
what
like, well, you said California was 8.7 too.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about. I was like, let's see how this goes on other tracks because
I'm trying to
we
be a
might
little more strict because I wanted to say 9 and I was like, hold on.
got 9.5. Damn.
Whoa. Yeah. It'd have to be like a side by side window banging finish.
Yeah. Essentially, we started with the Clash. When I said 8-1, that like set the standard for everything else, right? Because this was better than the Clash, but the Clash was also great. Daytona's been great. Everything's fucking. I don't like when everything's going so good. I'm suspicious. I like to complain and bitch about things, and everything in NASCAR right now is going great, and it's freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah, dude, everything's turning up. We got some like issues to work on with the tire, but like I have no complaints.
That's it. It's just the tire. That's it.
I'm just like, yay. Like I was excited to watch Auto Club. I'm excited to watch Vegas. I'm like, fuck yeah, I can't wait to see the next race.
And I will say the caution lengths I think are also with the tire, so it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, it's making everything longer. It's kind of like, hey, if we had fixed the tire issue, we don't have these lengthier cautions.
Exactly. Can you remember last year how many complaints we had about everything? What were you like? Oh,
all we did was bitch every week. Now we're talking about
right. It's like where do I begin?
This.
This.
I know. This is the Chairgatin Positivity podcast.
Now I'm trying to find shit to bitch about, and there's not much.
Who are
tires and Fox? That's it. All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Sorry about my internet. Maybe I can.
I'm just glad it wasn't me.
Figure it out. I don't like it being me. This is. I don't want this ever to happen again.
Hell yeah! What a good episode.
It was a good question. How do the cars sound in person? Loud and mean.
Hey, just imagine you're 16. You just left the dance, and she grabbed your thigh in the back seat of her mom's minivan, and you feel your pecker rub against the back of your zipper. That's what the car sounded like.
And that's how Luna.
In Daytona, by the way. Boom. Car sounded great. They sounded fucking awesome, man. I mean, I don't even I can't imagine what some of the other tracks sound like. We'll see it at Atlanta in a few weeks, but like it was just different. Like they sounded good, but like it's almost like they had like a more of a roar. Like even outside the track, they sounded like a fucking dragon on the other side of the track. Even in the garages or like when we were on the garage and they were going by, it's just like it cranked up a notch. And I thought they were wanting to make these cars more quiet. I think they said, fuck that. Fuck that.
Yes. I'm so happy somebody said fuck that. A roar is the best way to describe it. It sounds like a roar. It's like roar. Yeah. It's like it's a real roar noise. Like more than it was
short
before.
Pipes, dual exhaust. You just wait till you see them in person, man. You're gonna love it.
Hopefully it doesn't rain for you like it did for me. I will not be in Atlanta. Sorry, Dakota. I haven't updated you.
Wow, I was going to talk to you about that.
Sorry. Can't make it. I'm busy. I got shit going on.
Wow.
I know. I will make the other Atlanta. I'll try to.
No Dega, no Atlanta. Wow.
Whoa, I'm going to one Dega.
All right. Yeah, no.
I'm not going to. It's not like I'm just going to miss Talladega for a year. What am I, fucking crazy? No.
Yeah.
So sorry about that, but Dakota will be in Atlanta soon and can let us all know. So yeah, are we doing another episode this week?
We should try to. I think we're kind of slacking.
Yeah, we're very slacking, but
we're busy grown men. We're working.
We are. Yeah, so maybe like Thursday or Friday.
All right, yeah, we'll shoot for it. Well, I'm down with like maybe throwing in some weekend episode, like do a Friday night episode. I just don't know if people are going to want to watch us on Fridays.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why people watch us now.
Well, I like doing these on Tuesdays. It's just kind of like we did a Tuesday and then turn around and do Thursdays, kind of like close.
True.
But then it's like Monday, or like Mondays, we used to do Mondays work, and kind of Monday, Thursday kind of gave you a bigger gap.
Either way, we'll discuss it. So yeah, be on the lookout. Hopefully we have another episode for like a preview. Last season we did 2 episodes. We did a recap and then a preview. So we're gonna have to get back on that schedule eventually. Yeah. But I do have a baby on the way, so maybe a temporary co-host. We'll see.
Oh, don't tease me. Yeah. When you get your baby, yeah.
I was gonna say
goodbye.
you might
Get off the
honestly,
damn episode.
you might have to replace me for a little bit.
Oh,
But thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully we will be back with another episode.
This week.
Seeing one of the comments picks.
What?
So.
And that'll do it, folks. Son of a bitch.
Fucking have it.